You know a lot about golf.
Well, we're waiting.
Oh, we are those guys. Those weekend golf guys, to be specific. I am John Ashton in the studio. He is Jeff Smith, Golf Cave, Timberlake Golf Course in Edinburgh, Indiana.
Or at Timbergate, whichever one you want to say.
What did I say? Did I say Timbergate? Wherever he goes, there he is, so it doesn't really matter. We got terrible English. We have an extremely important and interesting show today. First off, we want to apologize. We missed a very important anniversary last Sunday.
We did, I know.
Last Sunday was the anniversary of the first time ever rules were used in the game of golf. There were 13 of them.
Interestingly enough, we've probably broken 13 of them.
Oh, we've broken them all. But the real interesting fact is they all still exist in one form or another, basically.
They do.
So
they are keeping the traditions of the game.
And we're going to visit those or revisit those. And we're also going to visit with a guy named Terry Edwards, who is a wounded warrior, guy who was wounded over serving in Afghanistan. Came back and basically says that, golf saved his life. He plays, and he has started a new amateur tour where the costs of playing don't come anywhere close to the green fees needed to play at the courses on which he is having the tournament games.
That's outstanding.
And all proceeds go to Wounded Warrior Project.
Oh, that's even better.
Yeah. His name's Terry Edwards.
That's even better.
He's coming up in just a little bit. But yeah, I mean, he called me and he said, "Hey, would you have any interest at all in talking about this?" And I was like, "Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah." And guess where the final, and it's not the final tour, it's the final event of the season, and it's a thank you to all of the people who helped support the tour, including the sponsors and the folks who publicized everything, like us.
Yeah, right.
It's a everything's on him round at Valhalla Golf Course.
Really?
Yes.
Well, aren't you all jacked up about that?
Yeah, indeed. Indeed. You're going to have to take the day off and teach me how to play that course, buddy. But
you know what? I will enjoy every minute of that day.
I am sure you will. We've got a lot to talk about, and it's all about golf, and it's coming up. So hang with us. We are those weekend golf guys. Be right back. It's gearing up to be a great month for sports, and by extension, a great month to make some extra money with MyBookie. With March Madness right around the corner, MyBookie is offering a shot at a share of $10,000 with the My Bracket contest, and it's only a $1 entry. Plus, there's a ton of NBA action on tap, and we've got not one but 2 UFC pay-per-view cards to bet on. So regardless of your favorite player or team, you've got the choice from thousands of lines and prop bets on all major sports, and it's all in one place at MyBookie. Do yourself a favor. Get a head start by signing up today with promo code GolfGuys, and they'll match your first deposit halfway, up to $1,000. That's free cash credited to your account instantly on top of your deposit. The best part is you always have access to the action, whether you're at home or on the go. Visit the website online or on your phone at mybookie.ag and use promo code GolfGuys to grab yourself a deposit bonus. Bet anything, anytime, anywhere with MyBookie.
Stunning.
You don't have to hit a shot to fall in love with the Pete Dye and Donald Ross courses at French Lick Resort. Our hotel and golf packages are the way to go. Add the casino and spas, and it's a road trip for the memory book. Safely get back to the game you love with one of the packages found online at FrenchLick.com. Legendary golf at French Lick Resort. A breath of fresh air.
Must be 21 to enter casino. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-9-WITH-IT.
And we're back, those weekend golf guys. We have rules. We've got, Mr. Rules Man, how many rules are there in that book of yours?
Too many. 33.
That's
it's the variance from the rules that's the biggest problem. It isn't the 33 rules, right? It's all the scenarios that are in that decisions book that makes it so thick.
Yeah, okay.
Right?
Okay.
It's all those scenarios that people have gone, hey, I know we got this rule that says this, but here's this scenario. And then they write another clarification of how do we apply that rule into that situation, which is really good because you can always find it if you have a decisions book. Mm-hmm. The trouble is, it's a big, thick book. That's a lot of words.
It is. And you can't really just, whip it out on the course when someone comes up with a rules question, You kind of have to honestly be familiar with it, don't you?
Here's the best part. Okay, so I'm putting my USGA. I like the USGA hat on today.
Okay.
I know. It doesn't fit very well, but I'm going to put it on today anyway.
It doesn't look good on you either.
But you see, they were really smart, and they came up with an app a few years back, actually a bunch of years back. And in that app, you get to read some rules, and then you get to touch a link in that app that applies to your situation. And bam, it takes you right to the decision on your situation. And isn't that quick? And it's on your phone. And the app doesn't cost anything.
Don't you love technology?
I do. When it comes to something as simple like that, yes, I know. We've spent a couple of weeks, months, maybe years of me saying something negative about how the USGA and the rules have done some things that I'm not a big fan of. Divots, fairways, sorry. I don't need to bring that up again. But nonetheless, I do feel compelled again to say that the USGA, the keepers of the rule book, have done a great job of the rule book and how you can access it. It's pretty easy.
Yeah.
It's not as hard as what you may think, John. I know you think it's hard because, you're not even aware that there are words on the inside of the book. There's one in your bag. It's warped. It's molded to the shape of the bag somehow. And yet it's all crusty. If you were ever tried to open it, which I know that you haven't, you would see that there's print in there in black and white and even red. There's even red print on that too. Just saying.
There's a few of these rules, however. And again, all of the 13 original ones, which were first used in 1744 in Edinburgh, Scotland, or Edinburgh.
Edinburgh.
Yeah, Edinburgh is Indiana. That's where you were at.
That's right.
I get them confused. All of them exist in one form or another. And there's one here that I really like. And we go back to those Weekend Golf Guys Facebook group at facebook.com/golf guys. And you will see a video of a nifty new gadget that is designed specifically to overcome rule number 3 of the original 13. Rule number 3 of the original 13 says you are not to change the ball which you strike off the tee, which is the same rule we have now, which is you have to play the same ball. You can't change balls between tee and green, right?
Right.
But there's a new gizmo out. It's just a little thing that straps to your ankle and your pants cover it. And there's a ball spring-loaded in it. And all you have to do is just tap with your club and the ball pops out and you go, oh, here it is.
Oh, that's priceless.
I want one.
So that way your playing competitors don't see you pull one from your bag. You just grab your club, you walk over, and bang, there it is. It's, yes. Uh-huh. The embarrassment, of course, comes when you've announced what ball you're playing, and they begin to look, and you found it, and all of a sudden, so have the other guys. Oh, what a coinkydink that is. Oh, this one's a little cleaner than the last one? Oops.
Well, it is clean in place, right? Yeah, no problem. We got it. I had to pick it up to make sure it was mine. I saw Patrick Reed do it. I thought we could just get away with it.
Patrick Reed can.
You, sir, however, cannot.
You, sir, are no Patrick Reed.
All right, so don't.
There we go.
The other one I like, man, is where it says, if your ball comes among water or any watery filth.
Yes, watery filth.
I hate that filth stuff.
You're used to hitting your ball in watery filth and also a watery grave.
Yes, that's it.
Right?
And what is this? I don't understand this one. At holing, you are to play your ball honestly for the hole and not to play upon your adversary's ball, not lying in your way to the hole. What the heck does that mean? That you have to make sure it's your ball you're hitting?
Yeah, and not somebody else's ball. right?
Okay.
That's still in the rule book, right? The wrong ball rule. Don't play somebody else's ball. You're penalized if you're hitting somebody else's ball. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Don't do that. That's why they allow you to determine what ball is yours. You get to go look at it, identify it, go, "Ooh, yes, this is my mark. Remember that cart path that I hit a couple holes ago? Here's my mark on it." Right?
Yeah. Road rash.
There it is.
Then, of course, rule number 10 of these original 13 is one that still is the nemesis of many of us even today. If the ball be stopped by any person, horse, dog, or anything else, the ball stopped must be played where it lies.
I love the fact that it can be stopped by a horse or a dog.
Sheep or goat, they didn't put in
awesome? There. They did not put in there, right?
You know what else?
They had lots of goats and sheep on the golf course.
And you know what else they didn't put in there? Much to your chagrin. Is Divot.
They didn't. Yeah, I know. They did not. Where the heck was I when these rules were written anyway? That's what I want to know.
Man, long ago and far away, buddy. You know, long ago and far away. I don't
believe I was yet a gleam in my father's eye at that point.
No, I think you can go back about probably 10 generations without any gleams.
That's probably true.
And this one, if you draw your club in order to strike and proceed so far in the stroke as to be bringing down your club, if then your club shall break in any way, it is to be accounted for.
That's right.
Now, did they mean...
So no check swing club breakage for you, buddy. Nice.
Those little ash or hickory...
Tearing apart your club shaft.
Those shafts, I guess, weren't all that strong?
Apparently not, right? I mean, so, back in the day, they're sitting there making all these clubs and they're wooden shafted. So whether it's hickory or whether it's something else, right? But there had to be some sort of experimentation going on, don't you think?
Yeah.
About what's better or not. What's too soft? What's too brittle? Right? What can withstand the rigors of shot after shot after shot?
Right.
Of hitting out of divots,
which
tends to put a little extra stress on the shaft. So, yeah.
Yeah, I was once playing down Fort Knox, and we were playing in some sort of a tournament with some people who were sticklers for the rules. Or
was it like a break the bank tournament or something?
No, it was just one of those we're going to play by the rules tournaments, which I'll never do that again.
I was going to say, how did you get involved? That's what I want to know.
They didn't tell me till I got there.
And he said, "Okay, let's try it this way once."
But I hit a fairway wood, and I hit the ball, and the head of the club went farther than the ball did, as it separated from the shaft. But they were very adamant that we had to count that shot.
Oh, of course.
Yeah. We were just playing 2-man teams, match play, so we just kind of gave it up at that point. Okay.
Right. It didn't matter. We're out of this one anyhow.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I want to know?
What's
I
that?
want to know who was the captain that wrote those original 13 rules of golf on this parchment paper. I have a copy of said parchment in my bathroom at home. I think it's up on the wall.
Yeah, we can find that out. I'll go ask my wife, who's smarter than Google.
I think it's Captain John Rattray. I think that's his name.
That sounds good, Captain. We'll check it out. We'll come right back. We are those weekend golf guys. Don't you move. Of course, we have a Facebook page, facebook.com/golf guys. We would love it if you were to go there and like us. We'd love it even more if you'd go there and follow us. And you want to make us real happy, just go there and interact with us. Facebook.com/golf guys. There's a group of guys I play golf with regularly. I got to tell you, the first thing we do in the first tee, we fire up a good cigar. Because there is nothing that goes better with golf than a good hand-rolled cigar. and that's just the first one. And we all use Cigars International. We found them. Have you seen them yet? Have you used them? They've got all the right choices for a round of 18 and all the right gizmos and gadgets that make it as easy as possible. They've got windproof torches. They have crush-proof travel cases. And they get those clips that attach to the golf cart. And they have great cigar deals, from their daily deals to weekly specials to the Cigar of the Month Club. And if you don't know what you want, get one of their sampler packs. And right now, Cigars International is offering our listeners 10% off plus free shipping. That's right, 10% off your order plus free shipping. To take advantage of these incredible savings, just go to cigarsinternational.com and use the promo code GolfGuys when you're ready to check out. That website is cigarswithansinternational.com and use promo code GolfGuys. 10% off plus free shipping, cigarsinternational.com.
Tired of paying outrageous prices for Viagra? Well, we have great news. Now you can finally get Viagra at huge discounts. Generic Sildenafil allows you to save up to $650 on Viagra. Why pay name brand prices of $15 per pill or more when you can get the same results for less than $3 a pill? Call today and get 50 generic Sildenafil pills for just $99. Call 800-705-4051. That's 800-705-4051. Again, 800-705-4051.
During this whole COVID lockdown, I've been telling people I like to sleep in sweatpants. And when they ask me why, I tell them it's so I can get up, roll out of bed, already dressed for work. Pretty soon, we're going to be going back to work, at least getting back out in public a little bit. And that's why I am excited about our new partner, Public Rec. They make leisure wear in waist and inseam sizes because comfort starts with a better fit. I've got some of their pants. They're my favorites. They're best-selling. They're called all-day, everyday pants. And then what it is a more stylish alternative to sweatpants and a much more comfortable alternative to jeans. I never had pants fit this well. I've never had pants feel this comfortable, yet look this cool. Right? You look sharp. It's great for lounging at home, going to work, heading to the bar, wherever. Play golf in it. You can do everything. Public Rec rarely discounts their stuff. But right now, they have an exclusive offer just for our listeners. Go to publicrec.com/golfguys and use the promo code GolfGuys to receive 10% off. That's Public Rec, REC, and use our promo code GolfGuys for 10% off. Hey, thanks for hanging and coming back. We are those weekend golf guys. I am John Ashton. He is Jeff Smith. He is at the Timber Gate Golf Course in Edinburgh, Indiana. I'm in the studio in Louisville, Kentucky. And Edinburgh, Indiana, not to be confused with Edinburgh or Edinburgh, Scotland, where...
You need to go over there just to learn how to say it.
That's true. Where you were correct. Captain John Rattray penned the original 13 rules of golf.
I'd love to go read those things again. I guess I'm just going to have to go home and look at it one more time.
Who needs a magazine when you got the 13 rules of golf on the wall in your bathroom?
I think that's exactly what everybody's got to have, right? Once you're done, you're done.
I only got to number 10 this time. All right. Man, the lessons and the fittings and the listening intently have paid off dramatically. I've played golf 4 times so far this year. I do see the potential this year of having many don't look while I move this out of the divot times coming up this season.
You mean the ones that are in the fairway?
It was funny. It works the same way as it does. You know, we've talked many times about don't count your score. You know,
right?
Don't count the money till you leave the table, kind of deal.
Yes,
because you count the score. You're like on hole number 14, and you go, "Oh, if I just par out, I'll break 80 or break 70 or whatever." Yeah, and you double, triple bogey all of them.
Yeah, one of my college kids in process of shooting one of his best rounds of golf, and he was aware of that on 15, and he did not have one of his best rounds of golf.
Yeah,
after that.
Yeah,
he sent me a text. He says, "You're right. That counting your chickens thing.
Yeah. Don't do it. No, sir."
That's right.
Same thing works with other aspects of your game also, because I was playing Sunday last week and I was on the tee, had the honors yet again, and was thinking to myself, Jeff isn't going to believe it, because once this drive lands, I will have hit 14 out of 14 fairways today. I hit 13 out of 14 fairways on Sunday. Man, it was great. It went a long way, but it was, it was easily findable, but it was in the left rough.
And was the miss left or was the miss right? And what kind of miss was it?
It was a beautifully straight, bam, shot to the left. Probably about 30 degrees offline for where I was aiming, or where I thought I was aiming.
So it was a linear left shot, huh?
Oh, yeah. It's on a rope, man.
Solidly struck, no doubt.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Isn't that always the case, right?
It is. It is. Your body just, you think so, John? Watch this. Serve you right, buddy. Serve you right.
Yep.
Just
that's what you get for that's what you get for counting those chickens.
Yeah.
Counting those fairways.
That's it, man. I don't know if it's just because it's early in the season and my bad habits have yet to come back, or if I finally have learned a thing or two by listening to you.
Well, I would hope that it was certainly the latter. There is this thing called lack of expectations, allowing talent to come through.
Huh.
I know.
Which would be part and
I
parcel
know.
of
You
what
just
we've
read
already...
between the lines there and thought, my God, did he just say talent? Me? Huh?
He was talking generally. I knew that. I didn't take it to heart.
Just wanted to make sure that you weren't getting a big head. You can't get out of the studio.
But I mean, it's just an extension of what we had been talking about with the counting your chickens.
Yes.
Just the opposite to that. If you don't expect to do anything and just let it flow, you're much more natural, much more relaxed, and you actually do things the way they should be done.
You know, there's a case to be made for playing distracted, isn't there? Right?
Yeah, well, distracted or just on I don't give a flip.
Well, yeah, right. If the level of how much you care about what's going on increases beyond what you're capable of handling, you're in trouble.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's why I think we see people, you know, that they seem to do a little bit better, you know, after they've, after the beverage cart has been around, you know, a couple times, or they've stopped at the halfway house,
mm-hmm.
or the people who have music playing.
Right.
You know, sometimes these things are things that take us off the edge, right? It takes
mm-hmm.
a little bit of the pressure we put on ourselves to perform right now, and lessens that to a degree.
Yeah, it does. As Abner Doubleday once said, "Don't take the world serious." Right.
Okay, folks.
That's
a dad joke.
It's an old Wrigley gum commercial, man. And it just for some reason popped into my head. I hadn't thought of it in 20 years. But no, if you take yourself too seriously, you take the game too seriously. Even if you're competing seriously, you can't take it too seriously, or you screw yourself up.
Seriously, you said that right.
Yeah, I did, and
That's amazing.
And I'm serious about that.
I can't believe how serious a conversation we're having right now.
I just think this is going to be a good year, man, because maybe you finally broke through. I don't know. Look,
the jackhammer has been on that head of yours for what, 8 years now?
Yeah, this is going into our 8th year. Yes, sir.
That's what I thought. It just seems like at some point it's going to crack.
My average score has gone down by like 1 stroke per year for every year we've been doing a show.
You know, and what's interesting about that is that if you actually spent more time, you know, with the putter in hand, and, you know, you've got to come up for a green reading class, you know,
yes,
you've got to be here for an aim point session, and all of a sudden
I do.
It'll decrease by more than just a stroke this year. That's for sure.
Because I can take criticism from a lot of people, but I usually have to know them. And it really hurt me. 2 rounds ago, we were playing with a gentleman who just joined up with us. He was a single. We had space. He wanted to get out. Said, "Can I play with y'all?" Said, "Certainly, come on." And he was very much equal talent wise to the rest of the group.
Yeah.
But I had a very bad day putting, and we were walking off like the 16th green. He says, "John, my man, if you could putt, you'd be dangerous." I said, "Thanks, I think." I'm not quite sure how that. Okay. We'll just move along now. But he was right. He was right. I mean, I was hitting greens in regulation. I must have had 6 or 7 birdie attempts on the green, and probably 5 of those I walked off with a bogey and the 3-putt.
Ouch.
Yeah. Yeah. And the putts were missing by millimeters or stopping 3 inches short.
This is something that I talk to a lot of my players about, and there's some skills in putting, right?
Mm-hmm.
Some obvious ones. I think there's 5.
Okay.
I think there's the skill of reading the green.
Uh-huh.
There's the skill of speed control.
Yeah.
There's the skill of the mechanics, right? Are those good, right?
Uh-huh.
Your stroke is repetitive and what's your face doing, those things, right? And then there's the thing that starts that a lot of people can't do besides read the green and speed control and the mechanics part. It's the can you aim where you think you're aimed?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yep.
I could spend, and when I do my aim point clinics, that's just green reading. So what I do when I do my aim point clinics, I say show up a half hour early, because the first thing we're going to do here, before we learn to read the greens, before this green reading class starts, I'm going to have a different class on can you aim where you think you're aimed.
Can you translate that class to video?
I can.
Can you do it live?
I can do it live.
Because maybe we should do
it live.
I can
do it on the green.
Yeah.
And I could do it in studio.
Yeah.
One way or another, we could do that.
Let's do that because everybody needs that help, man. Everybody does.
So I mentioned 4 of the 5 skills.
You did.
And if you're good at the 4th, all 4 of those, you're automatically good at the 5th. And that is confidence. Because it's built in. Confidence just, you can't just go buy it.
No.
Right? It builds. And it is something that's pretty important to everybody. But if you can't read a green, or if you can't aim where you think you're aimed, or your mechanics stink, or your speed control's bad, you can't purchase at any price. You can't purchase confidence.
Right.
Right. That's not happening.
And false confidence isn't going to do you anything.
Yeah. I mean, it's just bravado. It's false bravado. There's not even any close to being real confidence there.
Yeah. You have to be confident in the other 4 in order to be confident with the confidence. So once again, we've been playing with words for this entire segment.
In that way.
Putting is so important, and I think we need to dedicate an entire situation, an entire week to that. Let's do putting week in a couple of weeks when we can get the studio time, and
you'll have to come up.
I'll come up, yeah, and we'll just do it live up there.
Yeah,
Stay
and we can
tuned for
record
that.
it. We can work on your putting, and we can do it and post it to our Facebook page.
That's right, because this year I want to be dangerous, man. I want to be dangerous.
Because if you could putt, you'd be dangerous.
That's right. That's right. Hey, we got a guy named Buddy who's a veteran, wounded in Afghanistan. His wife passed away from cancer a couple of years ago. He's a golfer, avid, and he has got probably the best amateur tour idea you have ever heard.
Yeah.
If you'd like to play Inverness in Ohio for $70 without buying a membership, hang out through the break, because we're going to tell you how you can do that when we come right back. We are those weekend golf guys. Don't you move. You want to see how great a golf instructor Jeff Smith really is? It's very easy. $5golfclub.com. The number $5golfclub.com.
Hi, this is Neil Michaels, sales manager for those weekend golf guys. As guys, so much of our identity is wrapped up in our hair. That's why when we start noticing the first signs of hair loss, it feels like panic time. No guy is ever ready to go bald, and I speak from experience. The bald spot, the receding hairline, ugh. Thankfully now there's Keeps, the simple and easy way to keep your hair. Until I started using Keeps, I keeps hair in my sink and I keeps a lot of my hair on the floor. Well, Keeps offers generic versions of the only 2 FDA-approved hair loss products out there. You may have even tried them before, but never for this price. Keeps treatments start at just $10 a month. Plus, for a limited time, you can get your first month free. Keeps treatments usually take 4 to 6 months to see results. So what are you waiting for? Go to keeps.com/golfguys to get your first month of treatment free. That's KEEPS.com/golfguys.
Hey, thanks for hanging and coming back. We are those weekend golf guys. I am John Ashton in the studio. He is Jeff Smith. He is at Timbergate Golf Course, Edinburgh, Indiana. I want to welcome in our guest for today, Terry. You can call me Buddy Edwards, and we're going to. Buddy, thanks for joining us here in those weekend golf guys, man. How you doing?
Doing good.
You have something that I think is a marvelous idea. It's not terrifically original, but the way you're doing things, I think, will amaze and astound and thrill everybody. You've started something called the Capital Golf Charity Amateur Tour, and it is here in the Midwest, Indiana, Ohio, Kentucky area, and anybody's welcome. And some of the venues that you have and the prices you have to play in these tournaments, which are substantially less than the normal greens fees for many of the venues you have booked. That's all I'm going to say, and I'm going to let you run down a couple of what I'm talking about. You just said you got one of the tournaments booked at Inverness.
Yeah. It's like the 81st rate course in the world.
And it's going to cost $70 to play in it, right?
Yes, sir.
Can you explain the magic you're using to do that?
The way the tour works is I do ask everyone to join the tour, even though it's free. That way I have everyone's information, their handicap, and there's liability statements.
Sure.
But I run the tour.
So it's not $800,000 to join the tour. That's why you're paying it for $70.
Exactly. But there's a key to the madness. I have sponsored that pays for the golf course. Then that allows me to book these nice courses for $70. I've got them scheduled right now. It's in, these are the courses I've landed so far. Firestone Country Club. It's a 2-day event. We're playing the West and then the championship one South. You mentioned the Inverness Club, Keene Trace here in Kentucky, the Champions Course, Persimmon Ridge, Polo Field. It's a 2-day event. And Indian Hills here in Kentucky. French Lick, the Pete Dye and Don Ross course, which if anybody knows, it's a 2-day event, so it costs $140, but the greens fees and cart fees for the two courses is like $540.
Yeah, it's $120 to play the Donald Ross course and $360 to get on the Pete Dye course without a caddy. Yeah,
I pay for all that too. So
this is absolutely ridiculous ridiculous in a positive sense. Because people can get the competitive experience, the whole, playing at a quality course, competing against golfers of their same or close to their same. You do have it handicap rated, right? So,
yes.
So I'm not going to have to compete against like a plus, right? But
no, it's broken into championship A, B, C, and D, and it's based on handicap.
Right. Could you start an E? Put an E1 in there?
That's what I play in. Totally.
Some of the places, you said TPC Sawgrass, you said, is that definite yet? Or are you working on it?
The dates are final. Basically, he's just getting me the price, and that'll be the Tour Championship for the 3 states. And like I say, that's open to anybody that wants to go down, and it'll be $450 to play the 2 courses.
Wow.
That's what the cost is.
Yeah.
And, you get a weekend away in November where it'd be nice and warm and probably cold here.
Yeah. Now, can you give some love to your sponsors, or would they prefer to remain anonymous?
I've got backing from Wounded Warrior Project, who is one of the charities, and the V Foundation, who is a charity. I've had Encore Golf offer to donate some prizes and high-class bourbon because, of course, we're here in Kentucky, to raffle off. And all that, like I say, all that money goes to the charities, 100%. And we also will have, I'm gathering sponsors for people who have, say, basically lost a loved one to cancer, or like myself, I donate $200 in every golf course in memory of the 11 guys that I lost in Afghanistan.
Yeah.
You know, there'll be their names on it. They'll sponsor a hoe, and there's no price on the donations. You know, somebody wants to donate in memory of somebody who lost cancer because the V Foundation's a partner.
Mm-hmm.
They can just send me the information. I'll put it on a placard, and I'll put it on a hoe on the golf course or on the driving range or around the putting surfaces.
Mm-hmm.
So it's going to be fun. It's one thing, because I plan on playing in all of them too. I have my daughter-in-law and my dad. They're going to come out and help me run the tournaments so I can play.
So this whole idea was just so you could get to play good golf courses cheap then, right?
No. These charities are close to heart. You know, my wife passed away in 2017 with non-Hodgkin's lymphoma.
Oh man, we're sorry.
So I chose the V Foundation because cancer research.
Right.
And then I was severely wounded in Afghanistan in 2011.
Mm-hmm.
So I chose the Wounded Warrior Project because of what they did for me while I was recovering.
So this is a give back situation for you then, huh?
Absolutely, 100% give back.
So Jeff, I see your mind is working there. Are you putting together a get good for this tournament kind of series of lessons, or what? What are you doing here?
Well, you know, I was thinking about that, and I was also thinking about, you know, sending Terry a message. I'm on the website right now, and I can contact Terry Edwards here, director at capitalgolf.net, and I thought I'd send him a note saying, hey, guess what? I got a few people that would like to play in this thing. I mean, I got a lot of my students right now. I could promote the heck out of this thing to them.
Yeah.
I could send this out in a blast to them and fill up your tournaments. What's the age cutoff on this?
I keep it like 16, but they have to be accompanied by, you know, a guardian. Yeah. I've had golf pros that I've talked to at these courses that are like, can we play in them? I'm like, well, absolutely. You can play in any of them you want. The only thing I'd ask you to do is go to the website. Now, the website will be live around April 1st. Okay. They're still in production with it, but you can still contact me at the email address that you stated and start working on all the golf tournaments right there before the website hits.
So Jeff can just show up and play. He doesn't have to put on like a funny nose and glasses to disguise himself so no one recognizes that he's a PGA professional.
John, I've got a mask like yours, man. Come on. I was going to put a John mask on.
You're going to go as me.
Glasses, mustache, the whole thing. I was going to do it.
See, the bad thing might be now you might not have to cover your face up to go someplace by the time all these start. It's a good thing and a bad thing, I guess you could say.
So it's free to join the tournament. I mean, the tour.
Yes, sir.
And you'll have, is there like a minimum level of participation necessary, or can you play anything you want to play in as many or as few as you want to, or how's that work?
Some of the courses, I usually cut it off at 72.
Okay.
Because if they want a shotgun start, which I hate shotgun starts, but some of them want it.
Right.
That puts a foursome on each hole.
Right.
But I don't want to be out there for 6-7 hours. You know, yeah. I can put 96 people out there, but who wants to play golf for 6.5 hours?
Yeah, nobody.
Now, on tee times, a lot of the courses said, yeah, let's just keep it at 72, but others said, you cut it off when you want to.
Okay.
And like Firestone, she's like, I got 80-some carts. You can have 144 if you want to have it.
Wow.
So,
okay.
You know, it all depends. That'll be listed, you know, when on the website, you can click 2021 schedule, and it'll list every tournament in the 3 states. While I'm playing actually one in Michigan, right over the Ohio line.
Mm-hmm. It'll
list all of them by date. You can register right there. You pay by either PayPal or, you know, something. That's what I've set it up at is PayPal. But my website developer said they think they might have a better option than PayPal.
Right.
So, but what you pay for?
Was that just putting cash in the pocket?
No. But you pay for the course, and you're on the list. And when it gets to 72, if that's all I can have, then
it's done.
I close it on the website and
move on to the next one.
Sign up for another. It is broken down. It shows the whole schedule, date, in date order. But it is broken down also into Ohio, Kentucky, and Indiana, where if you click on that, it'll show you just the ones in your state.
Right. Like I said, if you are not in Ohio, Indiana, or Kentucky, it will be worth perusing the schedule and picking a few places to play because they are courses. First off, we're blessed with some of the best courses in the country in those three states. You can play some of the courses for $70 in this tournament that you would not be able to get on your own. So
absolutely.
I mean,
I've got a lot of private clubs that are participating that it's members only.
Yeah.
But because of the charity, they're like, yeah, we'll open it up. Come on in.
Well, like he mentioned, I'm just going to do a little shameless promotion here for some buddies of mine. Persimmon Ridge is the second most difficult course or the second best course in the state of Kentucky, right behind Valhalla, according to people who know. And it's a beautiful course, and it's always in great condition, and it's a challenge. And then the Polo Fields, which is another private course that you have a tournament at, is one of those courses where you're going to have to use every club in your bag to get through 18 holes. It's a beautiful course, always kept in great shape. It's a challenge.
We're playing the PAFU this year, the IU course. This is only the second year. This is only second year since Fuzzy redesigned it. It is tough.
Yeah,
it's hard.
Tough, but it is beautiful. There's some tough courses that we have on the schedule. Of course, any course that's held a PGA Tour event, you know it's going to be tough.
Yeah.
But there's some public courses that are on here. When I was researching Ohio and Indiana that are ranked nationally that I'd never even heard of. So I looked into them and contacted, and one, for instance, is Fowler's Mill in Cleveland, Ohio, right outside Cleveland. It's a public golf course. It's number one public golf course by Golf Week in Ohio, and it's ranked 16th in the state, and it's a public course.
Wow.
And out of all those beautiful courses in Ohio.
Yeah. Jack Nicklaus's home state.
Yeah.
Need we say more? All right. So the website, can people register now, or is it just something they should take the website down and go to on April 1st?
Yeah, I will let you know exactly when it's live.
Okay.
But if they want to contact me for any more information, I mean, that's totally fine. I'll shoot them an email back.
Okay. And what's that email address, man?
It's director@capitalgolf, capital spelled with an A, .net.
Cool.
Well, Mr. Director, check your email inbox because I just fired off one a couple minutes ago.
Well, listen.
I wanted to make sure I got the call.
Listen, buddy, this is great. We're really glad to have met you. Glad that we know what you're doing, and we're going to be working with you hand in hand if you don't mind throughout the year
to support this operation.
Because
absolutely.
Because those two charities that you're working with are very near and dear to our hearts too. So we will do whatever we can to help you out. And again, just director@capitalgolf.net. Give Buddy an email, give him a shout out, and see what's going on. Because like I said, even if you don't live in these states, it's well worth the trip for some of the courses that you get to play for $70. So great idea, buddy. And again, appreciate it, and we look forward to working with you all year long and many years into the future. Hopefully this works out to everybody's benefit, man.
Oh,
yes, sir.
I think it will. It's a good cause. Y'all have a good one.
You too. Thanks a lot, man.
Thank you.
All right.
So really all I have to do is come up with some credible story for the wife where she will say, "Oh, yes, indeed, hon, that sounds fantastic. Why don't you go do that and go play golf? It's what you do now anyway. Why would I mind?" I think the conversation may go something like that, or it may go a bit easier, but we're going to try it nonetheless. Hey, hang out because we have more stuff coming up. Don't go away. It's gearing up to be a great month for sports, and by extension, a great month to make some extra money with MyBookie. With March Madness right around the corner, MyBookie's offering a shot at a share of $10,000 with the My Bracket contest, and it's only a $1 entry. Plus, there's a ton of NBA action on tap, and we've got not one, but 2 UFC pay-per-view cards to bet on. So regardless of your favorite player or team, you've got the choice from thousands of lines and prop bets on all major sports. And it's all in one place at MyBookie. Do yourself a favor. Get a head start by signing up today with promo code GolfGuys, and they'll match your first deposit halfway, up to $1,000. That's free cash credited to your account instantly on top of your deposit. The best part is you always have access to the action, whether you're at home or on the go. Visit the website online or on your phone at mybookie.ag and use promo code GolfGuys to grab yourself a deposit bonus. Bet anything, anytime, anywhere with MyBookie. How many of those tournaments are we going to be able to play in?
The first thing that comes to mind is I got a lot of college players, and they always look for tournaments in the summertime, and they could go to some of these places.
When you're playing on world-class golf courses like these tournaments are going to be on, that's going to be preparation. Because I would imagine you could practice on your local muni, but the conditions really would dictate how well your practice session would translate to a tournament situation, wouldn't it?
Yeah, right. To learn to play some of these great golf courses and to play well and to compete, this is a good thing.
Yeah. And then again, it's the confidence thing we mentioned earlier today. You have got to be confident in your game, man, because when you step out to the first tee on a place like you're playing Firestone South, you've seen it every year on TV for the last, 40 years?
Yeah.
PGA tournament. The intimidation factor has got to be tremendous when you get to a place like that.
I was at Firestone one time, and the guy I played with, I kid you not only did he hit it out of bounds, but it went on top of the roof of the building. Just like in the tournament where they had it up there. Remember the cameras are going up on top, and the ball's up there near one of the air conditionings on the roof? Yeah, this guy hit it and toward the building, and it hit the cart path and went straight up in the air, and it went on top of the building. And we're like, we have seen this before. Right? Yep. Deja vu, balls on the roof.
All over again.
I don't remember who did it in that PGA Tour tournament.
No, I don't either. Pay attention. Follow it. This is another reason why you need to go to the Facebook page and follow us there. Facebook.com/golfguys. Because that is where the live putting thing is going to be. That's where you can see it. Yeah,
I think they're coming just because they want to hang out with me because I'm just going to be there.
That very well could be.
It could be.
Or laugh at me.
Or that too. Yeah.
And see.
That's something.
See.
But, well, maybe not. Our listeners, they would never behave in that manner.
They don't laugh at people. They laugh next to people. There you go.
Right. I'll encourage them to come out of their shell.
Yeah, appreciate that.
And to join the festivities.
Or watch the improvement and learn for your own self.
That too.
Because it's going to get more better.
Much more better.
Because that's what happens. So anyhow, Facebook.com/golfguys. Make sure you follow us there so you'll know when that's going to happen. It'll be within the next couple of weeks because putting is fundamental.
Well, it's certainly a way to make yourself really, really frustrated at golf if you're no good at it.
Yeah, amen to that, brother. Those Weekend Golf Guys. If you miss any of the shows, you can always catch up there. If you had a favorite, you can always listen to it again. And if you are listening in the podcast version, please just subscribe or follow it or whatever you want to do. Appreciate you being here today. I hope you come back next time. And in the interim, go play some golf.